that is, what can we do individually? Most of the time, we are tied down by our inabilities that the system is not supporting, which is very true. The system doesn't support. Today, Robert, Bill, people like us are victims. We are called extremists. We are the ones who are called extremists. Isn't it bizarre? I was thinking about it. Here is a Hindu community that is loved community as an immigrant anywhere in the world. We are not a law and order problem. We contribute, and I'm delighted to quote what a senator once told me, that we love you Indians as immigrants to this country. You are hardworking, you are educated, you are professionals, you don't disturb anybody. You are in the highest median income, you lead your good life, you have family values, you have take care of your children, you ask for nothing, you are not a law and order problem. What else can we ask for? So when such a community is branded, there is a concerted effort to brand us as evil. If we don't arise now, when will that be? When will it be then? So this is the moment for us to all arise. I invoke Swami Vivekananda's call. Arise, awaken, and assert. This is the time for the righteous people to get up, arise, awaken, and assert. And I've added my fourth A to that. Act. Because if you don't act, your knowledge, your information makes no difference. There's no point in my having a knowledge to fly a plane if I don't have to. So knowledge has to be relevant. It has to be imbibed. So the question that comes back here, 9/11, it's a very important moment. There are two questions that I want to tell you from the street level conversation. I have a good Pakistani friend, and this is a real thing. This is not a made up story. It's happened with me. And he said to me that not one single Islamic country has the ability, strength, or power to fight a non-Islamic country in a conventional warfare. Even our weapons are supplied by you guys. But what we do know is that we can fight the guerrilla warfare. How many John Does will you protect? We are going to take advantage of every single democratic principle that you are proud of. Your freedom of speech, your freedom of religion. We will take advantage of every single of those scenarios. And your Jews, your blacks, you Hindus, and whatever else will fight my cases for free. Think about how endemic was the mindset, how much prepared they were to deal with our scenarios. The left is a cohort, is an instrument. Yes, we can co-freight the entire thing equally well because neither of them. Think about it from another perspective. The left and the Islamic ideology doesn't give us freedom or choice. It is their way, and they're the only way. We are believers in freedom and choice. We are all here because we are exercising our choice. Nobody told us or dictated us to do what we are doing today. That's important. That we are a free world. We are truly free people. But they don't offer you freedom. But the question is, how do we deal with it at an individual level? That was one conversation. The second conversation was a Muslim investment banker friend of mine. He asked me, why is Islam misunderstood in this part of the world? I said, it's not. It is understood exactly the way you are conveying it. He said, what do you mean? I said, tell me. He's a very educated guy. I said, do you still believe in the concept of 72 virgins in the 21st century? He was silent for 10 seconds. I said, you got your answer. That even an educated person like you couldn't emphatically, boldly deny that the whole concept is bogus. Who believes in that? Only the people who have been brainwashed. That's a very important part. While our societies, believes in saving lives, they believe in dying. That is the ultimate martyrdom. We believe in saving lives. I remember I had the privilege and honor to listen to the speech of the pilot he was the last pilot in Bosnia. The movie is Behind Enemy Lines. His aircraft was shot and he fell behind enemy lines. It was a very important moment when he was addressing the group of 500 people. He said, The one thing which was uppermost in my mind was that when I connect with my team through the speaker, through the wireless instrument, I know that my country will spare no effort to save my life. That's the US Army. That's America. That if people by hear me, my voice that I'm alive, they will do everything to protect me and save me. That's exactly what happened. I had the privilege of shaking by his hand, to use the English language from that point of view. Today, in Afghanistan, what has happened, it's not the US Army that lost. That use of word US lost must be dropped. It's not the US lost. It is the political leadership that buckled and surrendered. It's not the army that lost. So my friends, what I want to share with you is a couple of things that we can do at individual level. We must have this conversation. And I run a Jaipur Dialogue USA here, and I with Sanjay Dikshit, we do every Wednesday a program, is to create the narrative, build the narrative, convey the narrative, and offer solutions. So I invite every one of you to come on my show. The message must move on forward. But few things are very important. Based on the conversation that I had yesterday, somebody said something remarkably interesting. And I want to share with all you audience here. He said, for them, death is their martyrdom. And 72 virgins is the glory. We need not kill them. We have to devise a way that they neither go to heaven nor they get their 72. Let them know that their life on the earth is hell. They didn't get martyrdom and they didn't get their 72. What about a strategy like that? Think about it. It's food for thought. And the other part is very important for all of us, is to begin inquiring and questioning the validities of their claims. I have asked Muslim mind, would you, once you want to preach me, I just have one request. Drop the word kafir from your language, the concept of non-believers, and that their throats have to be cut. You know, people like Tahir Gora. I mean, Tahir Goraji is a wonderful human being. Not because he adapts Sanatan Dharma. No, I respect him for one reason, that he opened his mind to listen to another point of view. That's what we have to tell others. Open your mind to listen to somebody. Nobody is 100% right all the time. There are mistakes, there are inefficiencies, there are deficiencies in every philosophy. We have to begin to learn the ability to make that inquiry, to ask that question. Do you really believe in that? Is that really so? These are very simple questions. You know, I believe in Einstein's quotation that any intelligent man can complicate a simple problem. It takes courage to move in the other direction. So my friends, whether you are academicians or strategists or street fighters, we have to become authentically conscious about asking the question. Yes, it is truly tragic that somewhere along the line, the West is bending backwards. West is bending backwards to accommodate, appease, and pander to the Islamic thought or extremism of leftism. You know, we have to begin to ask those politicians this question. Why are you bending backwards? We have to ask this question. People who come to our countries to live a free life, that you have a choice. Don't bring your Sharia with you. Don't demand halal here. What is the difference between halal and jatka? It's just a nomenclature, right? We have to begin to ask. We are so many of us on the screen right now. Each one of us looks different. The stupid concept of equality and equity that is bandied about by the left and the left-leaning politicians doesn't recognize the truth. The truth is we are all different. Right here on this screen, sitting next to you or to the right or left, we are all different. If you do not accept and respect the differences of the people, then your equality and equity has no meaning. We are not all 5 feet 6 inches or 6 feet. We don't all wear number 10 shoe size, right? We are all men and women having the nose, ears, mouth, and various other parts of the body performing identical function. And we all go down our knees to pray. whether a Purna Shashtang or Ardha Shashtang. But we have to have the ability to rise to ask questions. That we must not allow anybody to take it away from us. That's an important thing to fight about. Both communism and Islam despise freedom. It's their way. There is no other way. We offer freedom and choice. Let's make that as a mool mantra or the guiding principles, as the saying goes. The point which I'm also trying to say to you is that there are so many things the politicians are doing. We have to begin questioning them. Going back into knowledge, this is how happened 1400 years ago, or 1600 years ago, 2000 years ago. We now know enough. Knowing what we know now, what must we do is the action plan. That ought to be the action plan. The politics of hate that is going on, because if you're not like me, then you are a despised one, must go. We have to address all these issues that are confronting each one of us at every single point in time. The ability to ask questions, respect freedom, offer the choices. We have to do that. And Sukhiji is absolutely right. I have been to Punjab, from Delhi, where I used to live. Punjab was completely infested with drug trade. Punjab has been destroyed because it was the intended plan of Pakistan. So America, I'm asking every American here, you are sleeping with the enemy in Pakistan. It took your money and played the games with you, send your soldiers' body in body bags. Which part of it you didn't know, didn't see? If we are so blind to our blindness, then even God can't help. We can't afford to be blind about our blindness. The truth has to be confronted. If they don't, we do. And we have to bring it to their attention. Ladies and gentlemen, this conversation can go on, as I was telling Tahir Saab, that he alone can give hour-long lecture on solutions and everything else. So thank you for moderating. Thank you, Kapil Mishra ji, for hosting this entire thing. And I'm so privileged to meet all of you, Robert, Bill, Neeraj ji, Sukhi. I've heard you on Clubhouse, Sukhi. And Robert, I know about you. I've read about what you do. I follow you on Twitter. And Bill, thank you very much for being on the show. Come again. I want to say only one thing. Knowing what we know now, let's not spend time in intellectualizing the problem. Knowing what we know now is the soldier in the battlefield. The bullet has been fired. The fight is on. There is no time to think now. The only time to think is, what is our next action plan? Go back to Vivekananda's statement. Arise has happened. Awakening is happening. Asserting has begun. Now we have to get into act. So ladies and gentlemen, all of us, let's focus on this aspect, the act, asking tough questions that how can a society and a country prosper when you subjugate 50% of the women population of that country? Think about it. We know, I made some notes. You made my life easy, all of you, before. We all know, and we should ask this question of all our countries. The terrorist bases are Afghanistan, Afghan-Pakistan border, southern and western Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Somalia, Kenya, Nigeria, Mali. Many European cities have become home to terrorists and succumbing to that. I'm saying, knowing what we know now, what must we do? And here is a suggestion I'll say. Let us publicly demand that those countries, like somebody mentioned, that Pakistan should be declared a terrorist state or a rogue state, Pakistan and Afghanistan. I'm saying, declare them and eject them from United Nations. Prevent them from giving them trade facilities, because there has to be a consequence for your action. At the moment, the leftists and communists and the what you call the liberal and the Islamic terrorism, they're not bearing any consequence. They're not suffering for any consequences because we remain open-hearted and we believe in the Aman ki Asha and the ultimate faith in believing that, okay, someday they will change. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not happening. The text of Islam is not changing. We have to reject it. We have to fight it. We have to contest it. And, it is very important that Saudi Arabia is going through a change. sometimes change is forced upon you by circumstances beyond your control. Let's kind of encourage that. Pakistan is a country that is at the center of all Islamic terrorism. Unfortunately, Tahir Gora's old country is the hub of all terrorism, training, sheltering. Guess what? We have to confront that. And so, with these words, I will end my message to you. And my message to you, all of you, is let's think of knowing what we know. What do we do next?